a second, guys. One second.
What up?
We've got to give a shout out to South Nashville Heating and Cooling.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Friend and supporter, show and proof. Also, the longest running sponsor of I Got Some Shit to Say, the podcast.
Absolutely. Look, man, South Nashville Heating and Cooling, where quality and craftsmanship come together. They've been doing this since 1985. That's almost 40 years of service. Expert designs, quality installations, superior service.
Absolutely.
And let me tell you something.
What's that?
Tell me.
I feel confident in the fact that South Nashville Heating and Cooling will keep me warm in the winter.
For sure.
It'll keep me cool in the summer.
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, these middle months, you'll be comfortable even then.
Absolutely, dude.
Y'all know the deal, man. South Nashville Heating and Cooling. We love those guys. Y'all see the name. Y'all see the number. Tap in.
Feliz cumpleaños.
Always. It's I Got Some Shit to Say the podcast, man. We're back like we don't stop, because trust us, we never do. All we do is work. Y'all know me.
Fuck you, Squints.
That's right. R.I.P.
Whizzle Fizzle.
Forever and motherfucking always. Yes. Shout out on CV. As you already know, this is the new I Got Some Shit to Say podcast YouTube channel. Tell a friend. It's still showing proof to the dirt. We're just building another fucking kingdom over here. With me today, guys, I have a very special guest, a close friend of mine. I've known him for an eternity. Ladies and gentlemen, the best in the Ville.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
BeHoward's in the motherfucking building. Y'all give it up.
Man. Is that a title? That's not a title.
The best in the Ville.
Yeah.
Hey, a lot of people said it. Quani said it. Pistol said it. Jealous said it. Shameless, available now. The new album from BeHoward.
Yeah,
How's
man.
it feel, Bubba?
It feel good. It feel good.
Coming from the guy I've heard tell me say he's done probably like 7 times.
I did. Well, 6. I didn't. This will be the 7th.
BeHoward will threaten to quit.
Yeah, because if this shit don't go well, then this
Right.
you'll hear it again.
But he always comes back. Fans are like dope fiends, he says.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm probably the dope fiend that can't get away.
You
from
can't.
It. Yeah.
You can't. Just admit it.
It's just embedded.
But I love on the new project, available now everywhere. Tap the fuck in.
Shameless.
I love how you fucking finally just talk your shit. You talk a lot of shit on this one, B.
You think so?
Good shit. Like it's finally like all right, I'm not gonna. What's the name of the one record? Foe on shit.
What was me?
That woe is me.
What was me?
Woe is me is like you finally just fucking owning up to what everyone's always told you.
I think, yeah. I mean, what was me? That one, it had a different second verse to it too.
Fun fact.
Yeah. Nice told me to change it
Shout nice.
because my father-in-law had just passed.
R.I.P.
He was like, man, yeah, definitely R.I.P. Ike Wallace. He just passed, and he was like, man, nah, just do something different, because it was gonna be even more braggadocious on the second verse.
Shout braggadocious.
But woe is me, it was just like, man, we ain't got time to be feeling sorry for for ourselves. We just got to move on. That would be something that he would want us to do. You know what I'm saying? Just move on. So he was like, man, dig a little deeper. And that's how that second verse came out. But the first verse is definitely braggadocious on like, y'all.
Shout braggadocious.
Ain't nobody going to wait on you. You got to do all of this yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the whole perspective from BeHoward on this last project is an interesting one for me. Like I said, dude, I've known you for a long time.
Yeah.
And I've watched the evolvement of BeHoward and the stock rise over the years, like, and your name be mentioned amongst the greats. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's literally like you say on the album.
No, they don't mention it.
I think publicly, and the consumer base is the worst with it. You know what I'm saying? The consumer base is horrid at it, honestly. Yeah. Like, these bullshit lists that come out now, which I should mention that most of these lists that come out, you are number one on those lists. You're in the top like 3 to 5. No, it's not.
No, the crazy part is that those lists are anonymous, or whoever's making these lists. And so it again, publicly.
Yeah, the lists don't mean shit.
No, they don't.
They don't mean jack shit. They just stir up the city and they get everybody's opinion kind of brought to the forefront, which is always interesting to watch. But it's always interesting to see how BeHoward's near at the top of those lists every time.
To be respected amongst your peers, that's cool. But like, that's what I was telling homeboy. I was like, man, it feel good. A lot of people posting the album, but like most of the people that are posting the album, I know them personally. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. It would feel really, really dope to get a whole bunch of strangers to start posting this junk.
Yeah, that's what it's about, right?
You know what I mean? But the reception has been been top tier. It's
Yeah.
been what I've expected. We just got to keep going.
Keep going. Fun fact. Before we hit play, I saw an exclusive visual. We don't have to disclose what record I saw a visual
No, we
for.
can't.
Go ahead.
More for you.
More for you, which is the intro.
Yeah.
Shot by High Def. Shout out High Def.
Yeah.
An amazing visual. Probably one of the best. I don't know. BeHoward's always had dope visuals like through his whole career. All of your visuals, bro. Like really, maybe not all of them, but when we think back, like Brown Liquor Music was like way ahead of its time. Like shout out Action, but like you've always had that look, and there's a real classy thing about BeHoward as a brand that. But he'll take it to the hood too. You know what I mean? Like but the visuals have just always been top tier, just with everyone involved with who shot your visuals. But
I mean, I've only shot visuals with Wesley Crusher and High Def.
oh, talk your shit. But well, the last one from High Def is fucking epic, bro. That shit really it wasn't what I was expecting, but at the same time, it was put together so good. Yeah. I'm anxious for the when does that drop?
Probably later in the year because it don't seem like a summer feel.
Oh yeah.
You know
You made that
so
comment
probably,
to me off camera.
Yeah, probably fall type vibe, man. But
definitely a good record though. I love the intro, how it's the intro of the record too. You've been putting together content. I've been seeing numerous like content of the album kind of being put out there visual wise as far as social media and all that kind of stuff. It's such like a necessity.
It is, man. That's the easy part is actually doing the music. The
right.
hard part is not, because you got to understand, I've been listening to this same album for 4 months.
Talk your shit.
And been making it for longer than that.
Yeah.
So all of these records are old to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So me continuing to push it, it'd be new to somebody. You can push a record, or you've had this record or listened to this music for 2 years before somebody actually heard one song.
Yeah, for real.
So the hard part is actually keeping yourself interested in this same record or these same songs to make it new to somebody else. But that's what I vowed to do. I promised Nice that we're going to
do the content part of it.
Pushing and keep pushing as much as I can.
Yeah, shout out Nice.
Produce the whole project, by the way.
Always. I mean, that's kind of like your formula. Like, you can't really do BeHoward without Nice, pause, but
no.
You know exactly what I mean. The only feature on the album, too, right? Wasn't Nice on it twice?
Nice is on it twice. And
Stan, of course. Stan. Can't forget Stan. Shout out F.U. Stan.
And then Vac did
shout out Lil Vac, Bezel Gang. I saw they had Famous Animal in town this weekend, and I'm really upset that, bro, I've been trying to get Famous Animal over here.
Vac, they doing it over there. I think he got a new record that's about to go crazy.
Shout out Vac, bro. Big fan.
Yeah.
He's been through shit 2 or 3 times on the show. We're talking about Lil Vac from Bezel Gang. Shout out to the gang.
Yeah.
But yeah, I forgot about the little Vac rant on the album as well. But shout out F.U. Stan. Actually, last time BeHoward was on, I got some shit to say. You were here with F.U. Stan for the Claude and Ray episode.
That's true.
And before that, you were here with Nice.
That's true.
Right? Yeah. That was before, right?
That was before.
Yeah. What was that for?
I think we just released a record.
Seems like forever ago.
Yeah. It was like 2 years ago.
And Nice has been here a few times since then. He came with Kane Comfort.
Yeah.
Shout out Kane Comfort.
Shout out Kane.
Y'all should do some records, man.
We do.
Y'all got records together currently?
Yeah, we got a couple in the tuck. We ain't, really.
I was finna say, hold up. I don't think I've heard these, man. I used to get BeHoward records early.
Y'all BeHoward records.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Kane, I need these records. But for real, Nice. Send me these records. But I brag about that all the time. This is one person that I talk that shit all the time on the show about how I've always got to play a role as far as giving my 2 cents on this shit, and that this is an artist that I can say just because he's sitting here and this is my homie. I've known BeHoward for years, but B has sent me records so many times just to ask my opinion of it. So
it's only
fuck y'all.
It's probably only about 3 or 4 people, maybe 3 people that I send that text. Man, you got an ear, and
I'm on that record. I'm on that list, motherfuckers. List. I love that shit. Finally, a cosign because people,
No, because you're gonna keep it all the way G. Like you ain't
try to.
Like if you don't feel it, you don't feel it. And sometimes most of the time I disagree if you say
we get to arguing.
Rock with it, but
facts.
Yeah.
Fun fact. When did I meet BeHoward? Let's tell this story. This is gonna be a good story.
Okay.
So the story of Squints and BeHoward. Ready for this? Because I've told this once before, and I claimed this on the podcast once, that I fucking discovered BeHoward to a degree to where the moment I discovered BeHoward, I built a relationship, and he's been my homie ever since. And I've seen everything through his career in the city. I've seen it all the way from Just a Hobby.
Just a Hobby.
Fun fact: BeHoward's father worked at a establishment to where my homeboy's mom worked at. And she had mentioned that it was right after my first CD. BeHoward had just dropped Just a Hobby. These grown folks get to chatting about knowing rappers and shit. Discs get exchanged, or she got Just a Hobby somehow, something. I end up with Just a Hobby in my hand and literally, old school, turn over the back and call the number on the back. Right?
It's the dumbest thing I ever did.
Dumbest thing I ever did was call the fucking number. But when I call the number, B answers the phone.
Yeah.
And I literally told him straight up right then. I was like, bro, you don't know me. I'm a goofy white boy from Smyrna. I got an album coming out. I'd love to work with you, collab with you. There's a studio here. We got beats, blah, blah, blah. Shout out BeHoward. Pulled up, did a collaborative effort on my first album.
Yeah.
What was the name of that song?
It was a fake beat.
Was it?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
Do
fake.
Something.
Do
Do Something.
Something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shout out
yeah.
Do Something. We have a copy of that finally. I tell you that?
No.
I have a copy. There's one right there on the wall, but I have the digital copy uploaded.
The whole record?
Yes, the whole record, bro.
Oh, man. Yeah.
That's funny, right? But it was a fake beat, so yeah, we were self-invested even back then. But fast forward from that moment, man. Like I said, we built a relationship to where there was always we worked together numerous times on a few different collective. I brung BeHoward out one night to a show in Gallatin.
Yeah.
The same night I met Chad Arms. Like
real?
that, yes.
Hold on, you met me first before Chad?
Correct.
I didn't know that.
But that same night, we had known each other through MySpace or some shit. But when we pulled up at that party in Gallatin, Chad was there, and that's where Show and Prove, all that started that night.
Man, it's crazy.
Right? And you were there. I brung BeHoward with me to that show. I was featured on the show, and I brung BeHoward to perform that record with me, the Do Something record. We shook it too.
We did.
But
I don't remember.
I don't either.
Yeah.
But
They'll never know.
I remember chopping it up with Chad that initial night, and fast forward 5 or 6 years, we had a collaborative effort, Our Travels. Shout out Our Travels. Some of the funnest times of my life.
Those studio sessions were hilarious, bro.
The studio sessions were gut-busting hilarious.
First of all, Blaze gonna play you.
Shout out Blaze 314.
Yeah, shout out Blaze. He gonna play you
Everything.
every record that he's ever made before we
Twice.
get started.
Yeah.
Before we even get started on the record that we came to do.
Yeah. Better show up early.
Yeah. And then Chad usually had already recorded first or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You took a very long time sometimes.
I was always forever.
Yeah.
I took forever. That's why I don't rap no more. That's why I told everybody this. Because these motherfuckers make it look so easy. It's like, what am I doing, man? I'd rather hit these buttons and play on the podcast.
I had a rap book back then. It was
Shout out rap
memorized.
books.
Yeah, I had a rap book that was memorized. So all I needed to do was find the tempo and I could.
But they were so fun, bro. We had so much fun over there doing that album, and it got whipped together so quick. I was a late addition to the album, but this album consisted of me. Yeah, I got on it. Y'all were like 4 records in before I became part of the project. That's why I'm not on
The
those.
reason why I was even in there.
I was?
Yeah.
Oh, well, whatever. I was fucked up. No telling, bro.
was
I was
wild.
so fucked up back then, too, bro. And
wild time.
Blaze was always drinking. B was always drinking.
Yeah.
Chad was eating pills and shit. I was eating pills with Chad. Yeah. Fun fucking times, though, besides all that part. But BeHoward, Chad Arms, Blaze 314, and myself, super group, Our Travels, and we put together an album, and that led us to the UMC, the first UMC. And, bro, that night, I will never forget. I don't remember it, but I remember it. Does that make sense?
I did 3 of them. So I don't remember. I don't remember the
But
first
that we shook it that night.
Who
And
won
we
the first one? Action.
Action. He beat us.
Action won the first one.
Yeah, we were in the first one.
Yeah.
Our Travels, we came in second. We made it to the finale and we got beat.
What record we get beat by?
I don't know. Shout out Action.
Shout out Action. I know he had one of them ones that was jamming. I can't remember what it was.
Tennessee Slugger or something. No, that was his name. Action. Fuck. Shout out Action.
Yeah,
But yeah, he has some smash records. But back then, he had a couple bangers that sent us home. But that particular, like the leading up to that, and like that was so epic, man.
shout out to Capo and Saint too. Man.
Absolutely, man. They started something epic back then, right?
Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah, that was that's the Rutledge days. But that was like one of our like inaugural events at the Rutledge. Probably like that was when we first got through the door, and then ultimately did 100+ shows there. Like
Yeah.
fun times. But like looking back, that was like the start of it all. Like kind of that run through those years. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But even through all that, B kept doing his thing and making records, and there's been shit, dude, fucking half dozen albums now. Like,
Yeah.
you've planted yourself in the city as one of the best to do it in our era for sure. Like,
I appreciate that. I don't know who gonna say it, but as long as you said it,
I'll
cool.
say it on
Yeah.
camera, on record, 100 million times, and most of the guys that came through the show, like all of us will co-sign BeHoward. There's no question there. But I love the fact that you came back with an album because
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was gonna happen anymore, bro. And then the fact that you kind of like secretly whipped up an album,
Yeah.
because I didn't get a lot of emails on this one. I got a few. I got a couple of texts asking me if I had an ear, but I didn't think it was coming to the caliber of a full length album. Maybe an EP.
Yeah, it started as an EP, and then I think we made 3 a.m. on Briley, the one we did the video for.
Yeah.
It got serious at that point.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, Nice was like, man, you just need to tap in and do the rest of the records like on a serious, you know what I'm saying, type vibe.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, shit, let's do it.
You took it there though, man.
Yeah, it's a vulnerable album. But I also didn't want to tell everybody I was doing an album because then you drag it out for so long, and it's like, man, I'm coming. It's happening, and then by the time the excitement is gone, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Just surprise them.
yeah, but I mean, you know.
And then when you didn't attach a date to it early or nothing, did you? You just kind of started whipping, and like you said, it kind of turned into a full length album, etc.
Yeah, not originally. Nah, we was just gonna say, all right, whenever you get finished mixing it,
That's when it's ready to go.
Yeah, we'll come up with a
A
date.
few weeks after that, little rollout, line up some podcasts.
That's it.
You know, when we talk about the involvement of you though, bro, and then like the evolution of BeHoward, you know, through the years, like when I first heard just a hobby type material to where
That was trash, man. I used to rap
Sure.
I used to rap like Cannabis.
But I'll let you say that. But from my chair, I turned the CD over and called the number.
That's true.
You follow me? And bro, like my position, think about that. Like goofy white dude from Smyrna, we had no established fucking relationship whatsoever. I don't even think we were friends on social media. I don't think social media was a thing. Like this was like 01. MySpace was still a thing, I guess, but
It's the production, man. Like I didn't even know Nice then, like back then.
Yeah.
So this was another dude named Keebs that I used to go to school with at Trevecca. So he was the radio DJ down there, and he used to make these beats, but I don't even know what Keebs is from. I know it ain't Nashville.
Yeah.
But it sounded so different, and that's mostly how I try to build my sound. I don't want to sound like nobody from around here.
But you don't. You definitely don't.
Like with production though.
Yeah.
'Cause you can get in a cycle of production
Mm-hmm.
that sound. You know, Cashville had a sound for a long time. That
Shout
just
Fate
sounded
Eastwood.
like everybody's trying to imitate Fate.
facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Big facts.
Like every producer was just trying to do what Fate do, and that was the Cashville sound for a while. Now, I mean, of course, everybody kind of grown into their own and doing their own thing. But them early days,
Yeah.
I think it was heavy 808 and synths.
No, you're right, 1,000,000%. But that's, you know, to talk about Nice and the evolution of Nice. Like, Nice has a sound that he is his own side of Nashville, like
For sure.
producing wise. You know what I mean? Like you luckily we're able to separate these sounds now. You know what I mean? Amongst like the elites, we won't start naming names, but like Nice is one of these people. Like Nice is a go-to guy in Nashville
Yeah.
for that type vibe, especially, you know what I mean? But when you have an artist like BeHoward, Nice is that producer that was like sent from the man above to cater to an artist like BeHoward, and BeHoward to cater back in the same sense of creativity towards Nice. That is a Batman and Robin duo whoever is whoever. You know what I mean? Like
it's not, and it's like that's why you can go through the records and like if Nice tag ain't on it, which I think he's quit doing that for a while, but if his tag ain't on it, somebody asked me, all right, who did that one? Who did that one? And it's like Nice the whole time.
Nice, always Nice.
Gives you the whole spectrum of how dope he is and how the range he got.
Yeah.
No, that was definitely heaven. I told him I ain't got a voice. I would say 90% of the time you hear my voice is on a Nice track.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a bad thing or not.
Nah, I don't think it's a bad thing. If you're, it's like your comfort zone. You know what I mean? Like even on the recording side and all that, like if you got to do it with Nice to do it, do it. Like who gives a fuck? Like the consumer don't give a fuck.
I know it, but like I might not be networking with other producers that maybe I can meet with other. You know what I'm saying? It just might. I don't think I cared about it that enough to do that. I'll be like, man.
I think that's it. Leave it at that then, because otherwise you'll start questioning like, what ifs? You know what I mean? Like, what if you would have did that early in your career? What if you would have got away from like, you know what I mean? Having that 90% with Nice, and you would have chipped away at that and threw 30 here, 30 here, 30 here, 30 here. Sure, your stock may have went somewhere. Your direction as music may have went somewhere also. That could have curbed your creativity. You're a different type of artist, B. You're like he's the guy you have to listen to the album 2 or 3 times to catch it all.
That's the point, though. But like,
I know that.
But when we had a CD book of you know what I'm saying? When you had to ride around with a CD book.
Yeah.
And then nothing but one CD maybe come out for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You're going to ride around and listen to that. So it's like, why not make full projects? I know the attention span of a lot of people is like shit now, but like, why not make full projects? Because I think as we get older, our audience is going to grow older as well. I don't make music for young niggas like it.
Talk your shit. You know I get it. I totally understand.
I mean, I hope that you can gravitate to it and get something from it. But for the most part, man, my age range is from 30.
Yeah, you're aimed at your demographic.
So that's why I think that's why it's different. I don't want to go to the club and bounce around.
But your core fans, like me, myself included, I appreciate that. I appreciate how you don't try to target certain demographics. Like you stay true to yourself and like how you do this. You know what I'm saying? There's never been a gimmick or a mimic with BeHoward. It's always been BeHoward. You know what I'm saying?
You just want to make music that makes me feel good, and hopefully if you in that same vibe, it's going to make you feel good.
But the fact that 90% of it has been made with Nice, shit, bro, I would never question that. That's a match made in heaven, bro. It really is. Like that shit's always worked. It's always been great quality music. I don't think you would ever get a better BeHoward anywhere else along the way. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
But every time you drop a project, there's opportunity that comes, or the phone may ring from certain angles and shit that may present those type opportunities.
Absolutely. Now, feature wise, like that's
never stops.
Yeah,
right?
That's easy. You know what I'm saying? Especially like Chino, I can get on any one
Chino
of these beats. You know what I'm saying? Even like Wee Wee, I can get on.
Wee Wee.
Yeah, like a feature type record where you could just be completely. Just whatever.
Yeah. I mean, you name anybody, bro. They're gonna. Yeah, there's nobody out here that's not gonna want to work with BeHoward, bro. Artist or producer.
The phone ain't ringing like it.
It don't. But it's almost an intimidation value though, too, bro. Like a lot of some of these cats ain't gonna call BeHoward because they can't get in the ring with BeHoward. Like it's not like on a competitive against each other, but even like they know that's a different type tier, bro. Like, but that's the thing about B. Like how you like. Have worked with Nice 90%, and then there's been a collaborative effort with a guy named Ep.252.
Yeah.
Ep.252 is the perfect caliber equation for BeHoward. You two that shit works so well for me, and I've told you this from the jump. Ever since them two started making music together, I was an Ep.252 fan just like I was a BeHoward fan. The first time I heard, and Beal co-signed this because he played me an Ep.252 record before anybody had heard it, I think, or no, maybe it had just came out. It may have been exclusive, but I remember this conversation, and I asked him, who the fuck is that? Like, because that dude is...
I couldn't believe that was your first time hearing him. I was like...
I know, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that his relation, was brother and shit, like... Zoom, like dumb, like fucking stupid, like just
Stan, I should work. I mean, we both don't, but I should work because we just homeboys. Like 90% of the, well, I would say 80% of the time we just sitting there kicking the shit.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, you want to rap? Turn the mic on. All right,
Yeah.
let's do that.
But
You know
y'all's
what I'm saying?
personalities are so like they work like that. You know what I mean? Because like me and you can kick shit. We can have a few drinks, whatever else, but we ain't gonna sit around and write raps. Hey, what are you laughing like that for, bro?
Dog, you said it. I'm just.
But I wasn't trying to be funny, man.
I think
You're
could.
laughing.
It would take some effort, but it wouldn't be as effortless.
Like he said, it takes too goddamn long to write the squints.
It would take some effort.
These motherfuckers
on
be waiting
both of
2
our
weeks
parts
me to finish the 8-bar verse.
Bruh, nah.
I ain't done yet, man.
I know. We'll come back tomorrow.
Right? I'll do it with Blaze, and then y'all come back.
Yeah.
I still rap here and out every once in a while. I jumped on, with Chad and them. I jumped on a couple of their little spots.
Oh shit. I
You know that?
No.
Yeah, I'll share them with you when we get done here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we got to have that conversation off air though. But to see you like come back out though, bro, and drop a full length album. It's what is it? 14 records, 15 records?
15. It's 17 tracks, 15 records. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's two
interludes.
Yeah, interludes. But a couple of the singles came out prior.
Goat Cheese.
One of my favorites on the album. Still, I admitted that prior to hitting record too. So
yeah, Goat Cheese, LOM, and 3 a.m. on Bradley.
Yeah,
were already out.
Yeah,
but LOM is it's actually one of my favorite records. But that half of the hook part of it, especially, was nice. That's a nice idea.
Yeah, shout nice.
Yeah, that's nice. He had the beat and then sung the like 6-8 bars of the hook, and then had mumbling on the rest of the hook. But we recorded this whole album kind of different, bro.
Like reference wise,
I recorded to the metronome.
Okay.
Most of the time,
a lot of mumbling coming back in, and okay,
it was all right. I heard a beat over here. I'm gonna write to that beat,
like the BPM. Okay, I get you.
Write to that beat, yeah, and then when
take it to Nice.
I'm gonna go to Nice.
Yeah, and he's gonna strip it down to the metronome and then build a beat around that.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So, I ain't never done that. So that usually happens on the first verse. The second verse, you give it more context and it'll take off. But that was the first for me too.
That's interesting to hear that that's a fun fact in my world because I had no idea. But even to hear you guys took that. Did y'all do that for every record or just a few?
I would say it was like 60-40. Like the second half of the album was done with the metronome.
Yeah, and like we said, there was 3 out prior to the. You know what I mean? So that makes it.
But I can't write to the beat.
Huh? Why is that?
I just can't.
But you can write to the beat that steers the beat.
No, but right. No, like for example, I can't. That's why I don't like going to the studio with a whole bunch of niggas because like it's just like a party and I can't concentrate and the beat is playing continuously. Play the beat like 1 or 2 times. Let me get the tempo of it. Then I probably need to like leave the room or something like that if y'all gonna continuously play it or just stop the beat. Then I can write to it and come back to it. But I can't while it's continuously playing. I can't do that.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
While it's so expected, I can understand it.
Yeah, it just.
But your mind's different, bro.
I know, but I had to do that in silence. Like a lot of early records, like I'd be in the car, just no music, no nothing, and just you can get all it takes is the first line. Once you get the first line, and you just build off of that. But yeah, I can't write to the beat though. I mean, I could.
Has it always been like that?
Yeah.
Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But I kind of remember those days to where you would almost like you'd catch a wave with us in the studio. We'd all get on the wave and we'd all have our direction and like know what we're going to do. Chad and Blaze are already in. They're already fucking writing bars and shit. Chad's probably already done his verse by now. I'm still rolling with weed and shit. But you would leave and then come back the process was different with beat. Yeah.
Like remember, I'd leave and go to the car and then I come back. But I've always done it like it, and that's why I like in the studio. I can't just be like in there with a whole bunch of people.
I get it though. I really do.
It ain't it's a party after we get done. That'll be let's jam, after that. But like I need these thoughts to be what they are right now.
So when you get the metronome thing with Nice, like just through like paint this picture for me. So when you present the beat to him, which one you kind of you need to mimic, right? Or at least the BPM. Give it to Nice, and he strips it down. He gets you that metronome count.
You don't strip it down.
What do you mean?
Nah, I mean, he just counts out.
Yeah, and sends you that.
No, he don't send me nothing. Like,
you just sit and vibe off of that.
No, I've already wrote a verse to the other song.
One. Okay,
and then
I'm catching up now.
All right, cool. That's 78 BPMs. He'll tap it out, and then I'll go in the booth with the tapped out metronome.
Yeah,
there's no beat. It's just the metronome, and to keep me on beat. And then after that, he'll just do what he do.
Favorite song on the album? Go.
Switches every day.
What is it today?
Shameless.
Shameless is a good one.
Shameless. Greatness.
Greatness is probably Goat Cheese is number one. Still, I'm sorry, I just like that record, but Greatness is fucking good.
Greatness is good.
That's the one where you're talking your shit, bro.
Yeah,
you're talking your shit, and I love it, dude.
Yeah, it sounds like a battle record a little bit.
If I have to tell somebody to listen to one first, like from right to here, like if you guys haven't tapped in yet, I'm going to tell you to listen to Greatness first, even though it's probably not my favorite record on the album. It's the one I think needs to be heard the most.
It's tone setting for sure.
It really is.
But that's what Shameless was. Like, you know, you probably didn't know, but I was like shameful for rapping. Like, you know, especially getting older too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got a family. This is not your first, your first source of income at all.
Yeah, you start hearing the grow up line and
you still doing
you still doing it?
Still doing that?
Bro, I remember us being 18, 19, 20 years old though and saying by the time we're 35, this shit's got to be over.
Exactly.
We don't make it by the time we're 32, 33. Like, come on, bro. Let's get real.
That's why I quit so many times.
And now we're all significantly older, and I feel like we're all just hitting our stride, though, bro.
I know, but you made a dope transition into something that can be done forever. You know what I'm saying?
But you said so yourself. You can't put no age limit on this shit. And I think it took you taking that step past for you to self-absorb that thought and that fucking part of it to say, you didn't used to say that, admittedly. Like we both just said that we used to think there was a time limit on this shit, but then like the older we got, it almost went away. It's like,
because your thought process is different. It's not. I can't write the same shit that I wrote when I was 20 years old. That would be stupid to do that, and it's not even gonna go. It's not gonna go well.
Yeah, it ain't gonna hit the same.
This old ass nigga trying to talk the same way he did. So I just talk the way that normal.
What got you past the Shameless part? You think, or when did that happen? You think
3 a.m. on Briley. Yeah,
because in reference. So for the ones that haven't seen or any of that for BeHoward, 3 a.m. in Briley is basically a reference towards an event in your life.
Yeah.
Where
I was drinking way too much.
Way too much.
And way too often.
Way too often.
And I did have a wreck where I was thrown out of a vehicle.
Correct.
I was driving on 65. The event happened a while ago.
Mm-hmm. I'm well aware.
But the habit didn't stop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so thrown out of a vehicle. I was driving on 65 north, ended up on 65 south. My car was flipped over. Nobody rolled me over. Just woke up in the middle of the interstate. Scratches is all I had. Woke up. And just walked to the ambulance and like
crazy.
Yeah, but back then it was a habit. So I just felt like something to speak on, and especially with that record. Somewhat inspired by Jelly and what his how open he is about everything, and that was kind of when he was first started, popping like really, really crazy with
open about like mental health and that type of stuff. Yeah,
addiction, and that stuff.
Those are real things.
But I watched how it affected people. Like what I'm saying, even like the Hulu thing. Like most people like it's crying because so many people going through it.
Yeah,
and without talking about it and just thinking that everything is all cool. I didn't think that was doing my message a service, or it was doing my message a disservice. So that's when it happened. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm stripped all the way down. So now, all right, cool. We can talk about this. We can talk about
being vulnerable, like you said early on.
And so I've always thought that the best music is simply the truth that rhymes.
Yeah.
Especially in rap. You just say your truth. There's somebody out there that's gonna feel it. Because music is felt. It ain't heard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where Shameless come from. And then, like I said, my age, I grew up in a church. You know what I'm saying? I went to a Christian I went to a Christian university. You know what I'm saying?
Trevecca.
You know you know, my stepfather's a pastor. Like,
Yeah.
these are not things that I'm supposed to be talking about, or ideally what your parents maybe would want for you to be doing as a hobby or whatever you're doing or pursuing.
Mm-hmm.
So that was shameful in doing that.
Yeah.
I wrote my first rap when I was 14, 15, and it stayed under the mattresses. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you talk about that on the record.
Yeah, ain't nobody gonna find this.
Yeah.
You know, so that's where Shameless came from.
Yeah.
Like, man, I don't care.
Yeah. But it's like in this modern day society or the world we live in now, bro, it's like growing up and being like so in love with this rap shit, like me, it was all like facade shit. Like we all wanted like shiny necklaces and dope cars with big spinning wheels or big rims and all these things that were like fabricated in facades. You know what I'm saying? Like all this extra shit. And then like as we got older, it's like the culture kind of shifted to where the real means more now, but it's still polluted with like the drug shit and like, you know what I mean? Like there's still a lot of like that facade influence and drug influence and like all these other things. But the real shit and the mental health part aspect of it, or the struggling part, like artists like Juice WRLD or artists like, you know, like artists like Suicide Boys. Like Suicide Boys get out there and talk about everything, the saddest shit ever. Like I can't get into that personally. Shout out Suicide Boys, they're making a killing. But I think that it's just a testament to how like people appreciate the real.
I think all of it's real though, because if you listen to even some of the like the murderous music, like some drill stuff, or somebody to talk about killing, that is a sad fucking place to be in.
Facts.
Mentally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So even if they're telling their truth, I mean, it doesn't necessarily help anybody that is glorified.
No, I see what you're saying,
but
though.
if somebody is like Dirk tells both sides of it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna die or go to jail.
Yeah,
that's what's gonna happen. But also, this is how he was raised and grew up. You know how he grew up. But I think it's all, if it's original and it's not somebody else's story, I call that real.
I totally understand. I co-sign that too. I agree with you 1,000,000%. How do you feel about the legacy you've created as an artist currently?
I'm a local joker, bro.
Yeah, but you personally?
I don't know. I don't think that. I probably wish that I took it seriously earlier, or wasn't as. I was ashamed to go after it, because what if it don't work? So that's why I can call it just a hobby, so nobody will take me seriously.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So probably wish I would have taken it seriously, a little earlier. But I mean, I'm just a writer, period.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily have a Nashville legacy. There's probably somebody you can walk on the street and they can't name.
Oh, of course.
You know
but the people that the people that are asked that do have a backing, that have like a say, every one of them are going to know who you are.
That's cool with me.
I get it. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what I'm asking you. You know what I'm saying? Because I think although it may not be everything it could have been or should have been by that, with that being said, like I think you need to recognize the impact you have made as an artist. Because without all the glitz and glamour that comes along with people's careers or the projectiles or opportunities, or like being on this or that or being featured here or there, or without all that shit, all of it.
Yeah.
Being a local joker, like you just said.
Yeah, local joker.
Just know that the people that have came across your music and the ones that have really took the time to absorb you as an artist have all said the same thing about you. That you are above and beyond the rest, that you stand on your own pedestal in the city, bro, that you've always had that, like, even these fake ass lists we mentioned, there's always a BeHoward towards the top. And I think that's something that I've always tried to tell you, man, as far as the keep going stuff.
Yeah.
Because even if it doesn't get the response or the reactions or the ears or listeners or watchers or it doesn't make it out the region, I would hate the fact that you would just stop making records.
Yeah, it's just I think it's different measures of what success is. And
True.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, if my record reached 1 or 2 people and they said that was dope, that's cool.
And it used to not be like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For all of us, though, is my point.
Now, of course, I would love to,
hit the masses and that motherfucker take off.
If I could get paid what I get paid at my day job to talk on the microphone and rap every day, then I would do that. You know what I'm saying? So it don't have to be millions and millions of dollars for me. That's just something that I love.
Just to have a living off of it would be amazing, right? That's how I feel about sitting in this chair. You know what I'm saying? Same story. Even when you do decide to hang it up, if you ever do, you may just continuously make music forever. But publishing side are writing these records.
Right. And I think that's the part of it to where it's got to be so much. It's got to be meaningful enough to be in a movie or commercial or something like that. I think that's what I want to get into as far as more so the writing part of it, for the sync licensing and
for real
and all of that type of stuff. So
themed. Yeah,
records,
I totally.
you know what I'm
I think that would be a home run because that's the thing with like you as an artist, bro. There's no limit to creativity. Like you are an artist you're a smart enough artist where you can adapt to whatever you need to do. Like if somebody says, "Hey," like I could hit up B and be like, "Hey, bro, I got a fucking record about apples and oranges.
Yeah,
I need you to tell me why grapes are better." He's gonna come in here and fucking smash apples and oranges and make y'all think grapes are the best fucking thing popping.
Yeah,
you follow what I'm saying? Yeah. And for if I could switch the fruit on him, it don't fucking matter. He's gonna deliver. But I think that's why you would be a home run hitter in that type avenue. But it's something that I think that we got to figure out who to get you in front of to start exploring those type avenues now.
We still got feel good. Like that was like kind of my thing is like the feel good record. Think of Brown Liquor Music. You got Morning Coffee. Now you got LOM. You know what I'm saying? So like we got feel good records that just come from an idea and a feeling. So but no, I mean, it's a lot of people around here that like shout out to Stan and B Stokes. Chino. Two Library, they all with
Shot Bree.
I can't remember dude's name though. They went to LA though and got hooked up because they had songs on the finals. They got songs, you know what I'm saying, video games, commercials. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, just on their sync stuff. So yeah,
that's a good look. The placement stuff, Shot Stokes. I know Stokes and Chino got a few placements, like on the NBA game or the live or whatever the fuck it was. But yeah, that's an avenue for our favorite word, residual. Residual is a word we seek and search for continuously. That residual income, the bags, the legacy, to build on the legacy. But I think that's something that you couldn't miss at, bro. If we could ever find that a steady opportunity for you.
Oh, we're gonna find it.
Yeah, we got to get you in there for that, man. But I'm so glad that before it all, I'm just glad Shameless is available, bro. I really am, because it was dope. It was dope. I listened to the album today in its entirety because I knew B was pulling up this evening, and I wanted to refresh my memory because I listened to it like 2 times the first day it dropped, and then I let it play through the car maybe 2 or 3 days, and then I got so many studio. You know how my fucking rotation works, but there's still a couple reference tracks that's on my playlist from where B sent me previously, to where B will pop up with the finished records now being out. I can kind of
you can match it up.
You can match it up,
yeah.
And I love that part of it. But when I got when the album dropped, bro, I was not expecting 15 records. I was not, dude. I was thinking EP just because of the market. And like the common recipe now is 3 or 4 singles, maybe a 5-6 song EP, 12 singles, no EP. Like the album talk, bro, is almost like
why? Right.
But
then nice.
Why not?
Why not?
Yes, I'm with the why not, because
Because I was the same way. I was like, dude, they not finna listen to 15 records. He's like, if they gonna listen to 7 twice, they'll listen to 15.
Right? Why wouldn't they?
You know what I'm saying? So
this all got 15 got to be hot. You know what I'm saying? As long as we ain't wasting nobody's fucking time, and that's something you can rely on. It would be BeHoward.
It's a theme, man. It's a theme too. It's not, it is like you said. It's something that you got to sit with. You know what I'm saying? It's not for people that got short attention spans that just want to skim through it. You're not gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so many beat build-ups. It's so many build-ups as far as the
There's
scheme.
this shit you got. There's shit I caught today, though, bro, that I didn't catch the previous times I listened to the album. And I haven't listened to it in probably a week, at least. I haven't listened to a BeHoward record until today. And then I ran through the Shameless record. And I caught the hook on where you say, Mirrors like a sky because I'm a star or some shit.
That's Riz. Yeah.
Riz. But when you think about that for a minute, is that what you say?
Yeah. Nah.
Help me, because it's a clever little gem, but I had to like hold up. What did he say? And then luckily it's on the hook, so it plays a few more times. And I caught what he said.
The sky look like a mirror. I'm a star.
Yeah. Simple fuck, and it's only half of the bar, but that type wordplay is different than most of these cats, bro. Like
but it's important.
It is.
It's important.
It is, and it took me knowing you for a long time and you telling me how important it is so many times for me to recognize it.
That's what I'm saying. So the attention span stuff, if you got that on your third listen or something like
right.
that, you know what I'm saying? So, but I take pride in the craft of rapping.
Like I said, having to listen to an artist like yourself, bro, and just being a close friend to you, man, knowing you the years I have, and still having to scratch my head a few times and catch up to some of the shit you put down. Because there's been times over our friendship, bro, I've told B to dumb it down for the idiots.
Yep.
Facts.
Yep.
And he didn't like that shit at all. At all.
Why make music for the idiots?
Yeah, because... And it was a discussion, but that led me to my previous comment just now, where it took me years to understand the value that B has for the craft. Yeah. It's not just about putting out what's going to work. It's about delivering a polished product.
Yeah, but also, I mean, and this ain't shitting on nobody.
Nobody, I get it.
Like, they can't do what I do, but I also can't do what they do. It's genius in dumbing it down. So I probably disagree with you because I can't do that shit.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you said it like that, because the way I said it was way off compared to how you did it.
Like, I can't make. I wish I could.
Yeah.
I make it in a heartbeat. I make 20 of them, but I can't. Like, my mind doesn't work.
Yeah, you ain't built like that.
You know what I'm saying? But it's genius in what they do too.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
It took me how many albums you got now? 6, 7?
6.
Yeah. I knew it was up there.
It's 6.
But over the course since 2003, Just a Hobby dropped in 2003.
Yeah, but it was another one before that one.
Oh, what was it called?
No, that was Just a Hobby. Then
yeah, Just a Hobby. I thought was
I had a mixtape too before that.
I love the grin because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. What was it called?
It was called The Showcase.
The Showcase.
The Showcase.
I've never heard about this.
Yeah. You don't want nothing about that.
The Showcase. Yeah. We need that disc. Anybody got the BeHoward? The Showcase.
I guarantee you my daddy got someone.
That's yeah. We spoke about how your daddy was putting motherfuckers on BeHoward's music, bro. That's how I flipped it over and called the motherfucker that day.
That's crazy.
But I'm glad I did, Bubba.
I am too, bro.
Because you've been my homie a long time, man. We've had a lot of good times as far as sharing the stage and just making music and doing things in this city, bro, that I've always been proud of.
Yeah, our kids went trick-or-treating together, bro.
Facts, bro. I saw you get married.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you was like, you saw that like on the gram today or something.
No, I was at your wedding. Yeah. I was there. You know what I mean? We got pictures and shit. It's cool. It's really cool shit.
Yeah, we got drunk as hell.
Yeah, we did, bro. Yeah. But I'm thankful for our friendship that we've built over the years, man. But also the fact that you just continued to fucking deliver the real. You know what I mean? And Shameless is a perfect example of that, bro. And it's a perfect example is that why so many greats have called you what they call you. That a lot of people reference to you as being as great as you are. Shameless is a perfect project for anybody that's never heard the name BeHoward.
Wow, it
is a perfect project to present to someone and say, here it is. Check him out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I could sum it up, like that's it for me.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. It really is because because the magnitude of the album from start to finish, from that perspective, it's like fuck all the other music. Like this is where this guy is now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
And it's just the perfect painted picture, man. And I really hope our listeners and watchers take the opportunity. They've heard your name.
Yeah.
So many times. They've seen you on the show a couple times, all that. But even 4 years, we've been doing this show going on 4 years now. And I want to say you were involved early, bro. Like
I think it was before it hit 100 episodes.
That's what I'm saying. Like it was early, and this is 250 something. So even with that being said, like a lot's happened in those years. And this
250.
Yeah,
I like that. That's an even number.
Well, it's two. This will be two. Yours is 252.
It's Still an even number.
Yeah, 250 was last week, was Sweet Poison, 251's Ego, and then 252's you.
Okay.
But you're on the new channel and all that, too, so we're
I'm
building.
on a new channel.
Yeah, dude, we're excited about that.
I'm excited for you, man.
But, you know, it's still show and prove. We're just trying to separate our algorithms a little bit. Everything kept getting confused between Chat on TV interviews and the podcast stuff. But then we're going to separate all the music stuff here soon, too. And
So that's what I'm telling you, man. This is one of the podcasts on the list in the city that if you got a project, you got to hit them.
I love that part.
You gotta sit down with. I got some shit to say.
Yeah, and that's dope for me to hear you, like, just being my homie for so many years, like, to know I've kind of achieved, like, or us here at Show and Prove have achieved that status, because that's what we embarked to do from the jump, was to make our impact in the city, or at least in the region.
Yeah,
past that, and I feel like we've done that. You know what I mean? Sometimes the phone rings and I can't believe who's on the other end. That's okay for me.
It's a quality. It's a quality product,
right?
Now, if y'all would have just put out a podcast every day, and dumbed it down all the way with lackluster production,
lackluster production,
lackluster, then it wouldn't be the jewel that it is today.
Right?
So you embody the craft of this. I would never tell you to use a different camera,
right?
You know what I mean?
No, I figured it all out.
Yeah, you got it, man. Shit dope.
But it's been fun doing all this shit too.
Man, hell yeah.
But shit, you do well on podcasts too. Like just sitting here talking and chatting and shit. I'm sure I give you a level of comfort just because we're homies and shit. But
hell yeah. I mean, this is.
But when I've seen you on a couple of pods or interviews and type shit, BeHoward's a rap star. It's like a rap star, bro.
I'm a regular person.
But when I watch it, I'm watching BeHoward the rap star.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? And
you're just sitting here with Brandon.
Yeah, you're my home. Shout out Brandon, bro. I'm Josh. This is Brandon.
Josh and Brandon.
Yeah, Josh and Brandon. If we
Briggs and Murtaugh.
Briggs and Murtaugh. That's what I said to him when he got out of the car, when he pulled up on me. I was fucking eating a burger. How's your burger? I said, we're going to call this episode Riggs and Murtaugh. But we can't, because we have to call it Shameless. In honor of the new fucking album.
Yeah.
Available now from my homie BeHoward.
All platforms, man. Y'all do me a favor. Just go out and listen to it. That's all I ask.
Do it.
Give it a good listen.
Do it. Or go fuck yourself.
I mean, that's
right.
Yeah,
I mean, that's cool. Fuck them. I mean, it's our platform. We can say what we want. We can do what we want. And that's how I feel. If you don't tap in, no, don't leave. I'm just playing. That was a horrible thing for me to say.
Yeah,
I apologize. I do.
You got other people that's going to be on
You're
the show.
right. And they are important.
Yeah. So what if that person don't listen? Like, don't do that.
No, y'all need to tap in. But like I said, everybody's familiar. Luckily, our core listeners and watchers, if they're on the new channel and they're tapped in at episode 252, which I know we have plenty of people that will be, each and every one of those core fan base members know exactly who you are already.
That's dope.
Facts.
I appreciate that.
But y'all will not be disappointed. If you've ever been tapped into BeHoward's music before, this new project is no step back from anything he's ever done. And it's just a really good quality piece of work you and Nice put together on this one, man. It's something you should be fucking proud of. I hope it does great numbers. I'm anxious for the world to see that visual I saw by High Def.
Yeah, that's going to be crazy. Shout out, and Wes did the Riz video is probably coming first, too. We shot that this weekend, so shout out to Wesley Crutcher.
Shout out Wes. He's been on the show too. Wesley Crutcher's been on the show.
I missed that episode.
Yeah, great episode. I forgot what it's called. Chad could tell you. He's a Rain Man, but Wes has been on here. It's a very short fucking list of people that hasn't been on here now, as far as in the city.
Yeah, you got it all down.
But there's still a few that I need here.
That's for sure. Well, knock this one off your list as far as me having an album and coming on here.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That is true.
I've been on here without albums.
If I had BeHoward on here as much as I asked him to be on here, you've probably been on here 20 times. I tell him all the time, like, bro, just pull up. I was like, we'll just sit and bullshit and talk shit. Like, then
they get tired of it.
Yeah, and then he says, nah, bro, I'm going to pull up when I got something to promote. And I'm like, bro, are you going to drop any more music? Yeah, are you going to do anything else? Yeah. But shout out to Shameless. But hopefully it's not his last album, and it's not the last time we see him on the show. But you of all people, should know that anytime you got some shit to say, that seat is yours, my friend.
I appreciate you, brother.
Come back and see me anytime. We'll do it again.
We'll do it.
Maybe we'll bring our friends.
Yeah, we'll bring Nice up here next time.
Yeah, I'll bring Chad, or maybe One, or Leroy, or anyone else. No, Plague the Predator texted me yesterday. Shout Plague the Predator. He texted me and told me happy birthday. Yesterday was my birthday.
I know it. Happy birthday.
Thanks, man. I'm old as fuck.
I'd say shit, not fuck though.
Old as shit. I'm like Worm used to say, I'm like a piece of dog shit that turned white and stopped stinking.
You ain't that old.
Old piece of shit.
Nah, you ain't that old.
R.I.P. Worm. Forever and always. But yeah, Shameless. Available now from my friend BeHoward. B, you got anything else to tell him before I get out of here with you?
I appreciate you.
Bruh.
I appreciate your platform.
You already know what it is, bro.
Anybody that's going in and tapping in, not only to this platform, but also to my music as well. And
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Stay on the lookout. We're going to keep pushing.
Yeah, please do.
Shout out to Nice, man. Thank you, brother. I do not have a voice without Nasty Nice.
Shout out Nice. Come see me, Nice. He knows what it is, man. I'm sure I'll see him soon anyway. But Shameless, available now. Link in the description below. That'll get you to Apple, get you to Spotify or whatever. But you guys know how this works. We'll make sure his Instagram's there as well. There's a link tree in his bio. Tap the fuck into this album. Share it with your friends amongst your peers. Tell everyone he's the best rapper you know. I do.
There you go.
Right?
That's easy.
Yeah, right. And anytime you got shit to say, you come back and see me. We'll do it again.
Thank you, brother.
Right? Love you, Bubba.
Love.
It's I got some shit to say. I got some shit to say.com. ChatArmsTV.com. Y'all be sure to like and subscribe to the new channel, IGSSTS Podcast. And we're going to keep on going, baby. Season 2, we here. Shout out BeHoward.
Yes, sir. I got
Shameless,
some shit to
available
say.
now. We out of here. Pow.
Bitch, we got views.